Ridin Durty Radio.
Vic XL. I love Ridin Durty Radio.
Ridin Durty.
Yo. Let's go! Vic XL! And just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, everybody? Good evening. It's your boy, Vic XL, and this is the Ridin Durty Radio Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. We bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, bringing you what's next right now. That's right. We are the trendsetter, and we're not following any trends. I got to start the show off by saying one time for our official sponsor, one time for Tailtronic Electronics. Enhance your sound, enhance your life, and enhance your music by getting a pair of Tailtronic headphones, all right? I also got to say one time for Dr. Juice Cleanse. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser. It does amazing things for your body, like slow down the aging process. It also can help eliminate stress. It can also help control and keep your blood pressure at a very manageable level. It can help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. Helps provide balanced pH systems for your body. You want to learn more about this amazing product, be sure to visit www.drjuicecleanse.com. Find out more about the product, find out what it can do for you, and start feeling and living healthier today. Also got to say one time to our sponsor, WMR Music Group. WMR Music Group, they're a marketing, promotion, and branding company, all right? A marketing, promotions, and branding company that does all kind of things for an artist to help get you to the next level. If you have a song and you're trying to get your song that I like to call that elusive play, because getting radio play or airplay from DJs is very, very hard and can at times seem unattainable. Well, they have a very, very extensive list of DJs, and they can definitely get you where you need to be when it comes to getting your music heard on radio, getting your music heard in parties, getting your music heard on playlists or on mixtapes. So make sure you contact them and find out more about their exclusive DJ list. Also, if you have a video and you're trying to get your video where you feel like it needs to be, then they can definitely help get you put on hottest channels, some of the best blog sites and websites. Or if you feel like, you know what, I have an amazing story and I just need my story told, then they can put you in front of some of the hottest and dopest interviewers across the land. So make sure you visit www.wmrmedia.com and find out more about WMR Music Group and what they can do for your musical career today. All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I gotta let you know about this organic detox tea. All right, it's 100% organic, and it contains 9 herbs that work together to allow the body to naturally cleanse itself of toxins. Unlike most detox teas, this one is safe to drink every day for as long as you like. Good health starts in the gut, and when you flush your body of toxins, it gives you a foundation of good health to work with. All right, so join us in this 90-day weight loss challenge. Set a goal of weight and then provide Miss Yana with what you reach, and you can provide Miss Yana with your goal, and if you reached it, and you can win a resort vacation or a luxurious cruise. All right, and I will give you the information, more information on Miss Yana at the end of the show. I'll definitely make sure I get you her number and let y'all know how to get in touch with Miss Yana if you want to be part of the 90-day challenge, weight loss challenge. All right. Now, let me give you our birthdays, because I got quite a few birthdays I'm working with right now. So today is Wednesday, March the 6th. I got quite a few birthdays, so here we go. I gotta say happy birthday to my man Bubba Sparks. Bubba Sparks turns 42 years old today. Happy birthday, sir. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I also gotta say happy birthday to my man Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel turns 45 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to Gilla House representative. Been down with my man Redman for years. Gotta say happy birthday to Socrates. Socrates turns 41 years old today. I gotta say happy birthday to what I would like to call one of the original home of hip hop. I gotta say happy birthday to Miss Sylvia Robinson, and rest in peace. She was the owner and CEO of Sugar Hill Records, which brought us the Sugar Hill Gang. Alright? Also gotta say happy birthday to Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator turns 28 years old today, as well as one of my favorite basketball players of all time, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal turns 47 years old today. Comedian extraordinaire, my man D.L. Hughley turns 46 years old today. All right, Boston Celtic forward Marcus Smart turns 25 years old today. And last but not least on my birthday list, my man Baka. You might know him from the song Baka Not Nice. He's a Drake affiliate. He turns 40 years old today. All right. And I also got to say happy birthday to Cincinnati artist, my man Money Matt. Happy birthday to you, sir. Hopefully you're definitely doing your thing and enjoying your best life on your best day, which is your birthday. All right. So join me as I wish everyone happy birthday who is celebrating a birthday today, and hopefully they're all having a day fit for a king or a queen. All right. So I let you know about our major sponsors. I just let you know about birthdays, and now let's see what's going on in hip hop news. All right, gotta say, my man Mystical, I've been reporting about his pending rape case. Well, it seems like Mystical is trying to have the files and medical records pulled on his on the person who's basically accusing him of raping, trying to find out about their mental health, and he just wants their mental health records pulled because he's trying to defend himself and prove that they're lying on him and he did not rape this person. I also gotta say, I don't know if y'all got a chance to check out R. Kelly's interview on CBS Morning with Gayle King, but shortly after his interview aired, he has been arrested for back child support. So, R. Kelly is definitely up against it. He's definitely up against it, and we're going to see what happens with this situation, because it's looking really, really dim for Mr. R. Kelly. And, doing all these things, I can't say you're not getting what you deserve. All right? Seems like a warrant has been issued to my man's Tiger arrest. The situation that happened at Floyd Mayweather's birthday party. Well, someone was injured, and he's been arrested, and he's going to have to post a $250,000 bail. Tiger, you should have just walked out the party, man. You should have just walked out the party, because now you got to spend $250. Tiger, just when they said you had the best comeback of the year last year in hip-hop, now you're going to jail. So, man, Tiger, get your mind right. Keep making those hits, all right? It seems like Washington, D.C. rapper, my man Fat Trill, is about to be going to jail. All right, it seems like Fat Trill, he's definitely been doing his thing. He was signed for a little while to my man Master P. He's definitely been holding it down on the underground. Well, it seems like he is on the process of going to jail, and I'll let y'all know why on tomorrow's show. Okay? All right. So thank y'all for rocking with me, man. I just let y'all know about a little hip-hop celebrity news. I let you know about celebrity birthdays, as well as letting you know about our amazing sponsors. Now it's time for me to let you know. I like letting you know more than anything, and that's letting you know about the people who are in our community, moving, shaking, and making a positive influence through arts, entertainment, and culture. And tonight is no different than any other night on the Ridin Durty show. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Ridin Durty show, singer-songwriter, my man, Mr. Ronnie Bell. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing amazing, man. I just got to say, we got some crazy-ass weather here in Atlanta. 60 degrees one day, 25 degrees the next. But other than this flip-flop weather, I'm definitely enjoying living my best life.
That's definitely what's up.
So let's talk a little bit about Mr. Ronnie Bell. First and foremost, let the people know where you're from, and I also want you to let them know what started your musical journey.
Well, I'm originally from Walker, Louisiana. It's about 15 miles east of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Man, just like most black people growing up especially in the country, you know. I mean, your mom and your grandmother go make you sing in a choir at church.
All right, so your humble beginnings come from singing up in the church.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what was the household like? What was the family life like growing up in Louisiana and being a church boy?
It was a little rough at times, man. Simply because, you know, single mother home. You know, like most people, man. I mean, growing up without a father was pretty rough. But you know, I grew up from a very big family on my mom's side. My mom had 7 brothers and 3 sisters, and they all had at least 2 or 3 or more kids. So you know, I grew up around a lot of cousins. My grandmother pretty much raised me until about middle school, high school. But I mean, singing in church was a must. I mean, I had no option. I had no choice in the matter, and it's just something that, you know, it turned out to be a blessing. I mean, growing up, I wanted to be a drummer. But they was like, nah, you need to be over here on this mic. So, you know, it just turned into be a blessing, man.
All right, now, other than your family pushing you, when did you realize that you had a voice and a gift to bring music to the masses?
I think I was probably around about 10, man. I think I led my first song around that time, and you know, at that point, I had kind of just been in the background for the most part. One day we were getting ready for rehearsal, and we had just had a convention at our church, and I was mimicking this guy from the night before on the, you know, kind of mimicking him on the organ, and my choir director snuck up behind me and heard me. And then, we're going to learn that song. And then, you know, I was so nervous. Like the first probably 2 or 3 times I sung the song, I had my eyes closed the whole time. And each time I opened my eyes, the whole church was standing up.
All right. So growing up and having that church background, what spearheaded you to get into the songwriting aspect and the southern soul blues aspect?
The songwriting aspect came from a cousin of mine. He when I was in high school, they started a rap label, and you know, I just really wanted to get in the studio, and I would just go to his house a lot of times after football games on the next morning on Saturdays. I'd spend all day at his house, you know, just hanging around the studio, you know, listening to them make beats, see other people writing. So, you know, I started writing hooks. So, you know, it was mostly just rappers. But I figured if I could either help make a beat or write a hook or sing a hook, that would be my way of getting on the mic. And then, you know, after years of kind of doing little things like that, I got my opportunity. I ended up at Southern University. And I had some opportunities of singing with the marching band, and I met some very talented people in the band. And when I started working with those guys, a lot of those guys I monitored in vocal performance, and we would be writing music, and me and a few guys would hook up, and we started writing songs and stuff. So it just kind of grew from there. Like, oh wow, this makes sense. Years before I had wrote and stuff didn't make sense, but when I hooked up with the right set of talented people, it started to get better and better and better, and it turned into something. I got into Southern Soul. My former manager, he passed away last year. My guy Frost. I had a cousin. She would have me sing at some charity events out in the New Orleans area, and I kept running in and bumping into this guy, and I bumped into him in a studio in Baton Rouge. And, when I met him, I'm like, man, it must be meant for us to do some music together, because God keep putting us in different places, and we keep running into each other. So I said, let's hook up and do some music. And, of course, when I came in, I had been very, either gospel, and I had really started to do some R&B at the time. And, look, I got this song for you. I know it's different. It's not necessarily R&B, but I think it's something you can do good at. And, of course, the first song he gave me was Cotton Candy. And within about an hour, we had something special.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Cotton Candy. A lot of people know you for Cotton Candy. Tell us the concept behind it, and basically what it felt like making that song, and how was it received by the people.
Oh, man. Cotton Candy was like musically one of the biggest blessings I ever received. Like I said, I have been recording for years in and out of studios for years at that time. And again, I had, thank all praise to God. And, for my man Frost, I came in, the song was originally not for me. It was for somebody else. So I had the privilege of coming in, and like I said, I came prepared and I came ready. And, like I said, within an hour, we just did our thing. And, he just told me, look, we'll just do this one song, handshake, nothing. You give me 6 months, you record this song, give me 6 months, and if nothing happened, we could just walk away. So I recorded the song. I was still in school, so I did an internship out in New Mexico. And then when I came back home, about a few months after I came back home, man, the song started bubbling. And then by the next year, it just started to get crazy. People started calling me from the New Orleans area, different areas, and saying they're hearing it on the radio. And I thought they were just lying, or thought they were just playing with me. But it was like more and more people kept calling me. And then pretty soon, within a year, 2.5 years, it just that got crazy. It was everywhere.
All right. Now, I want to go back a little bit. You was working with, in the studio with someone who started a rap label. Was there anything that ever made you not sway towards the rap side? Because I've always felt like Southern soul and blues is like rap just with harmonizing.
Yeah, man. I tried my hand dabbling at rap, but it was one of those things where, like, I always felt like, dude, you can really sing. So it's like, I mean, why try to jump in somebody else's lane? Right.
I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. All right, so with the success of Cotton Candy, like what places and what areas did that song take you, and what experiences did you get from that song that you carried on into your career today?
Man, it picked up we went real grassroots in Louisiana, the southern part of Mississippi, and let's see, where else? The southern part of Alabama down to Pensacola. That was my little area for a couple of years.
All right, now.
And it just Cotton Candy prepared me and opened doors for me. After that, I was able to like release more music and just see more areas and start getting different radio stations in different areas. it opened up, the northern Mississippi. It opened up the door in Virginia. Opened up the door in southern Florida, central Florida, and opened up doors in Alabama for me.
All right. Now, all of a sudden, this success comes. How did it change your life when it comes to your everyday life as opposed to, working? Because you're educated. So how did the success of Cotton Candy change your everyday life?
Man, I was still working a full-time job. I'm not married at the time, but my girlfriend at the time, soon to be fiance, soon to be wife, and our kids are there, and I'm traveling, and it goes from me traveling one weekend once a month to 2 weekends a month to maybe 3 weekends, or I might have 2 or 3 weekends in a row, but then I might not have a show for a month or two, and then after a couple of years, it got to a point to where it was literally like every other weekend I was traveling. So that was a big strain, and I had to. I'm still trying to find that balance and working on that with the family, but it's hard because you're working full time and you're traveling on some weekends, and you're tired. You kind of balance that business, that music and family life as well as work life.
All right. Now, you have a degree, you have an MBA. What made you, because you had this love for music growing up in the church, your family definitely was encouraging it, but you also, obviously at some point was encouraged to get your education. How important is it to be educated in this music game? Because a lot of people know the show part, but don't know the business part. So how important is education when it comes to the entertainment business?
Well, the key is, man, by being educated, man, if you go to any decent school, but especially a good school where you have good professors, I was able to ask them questions on how certain things in management classes or marketing classes or accounting classes, how they would work with music or different things. And, I mean, the key is if you're not educated or don't understand business, other people will do business for you. And, I had one of my great uncle, George Perkins, man, he had a platinum hit back in the 70s. And when I was in high school, I sung background for him with a gospel quartet group after he had moved to gospel. And, he would instill these kind of wisdoms with me, when, as I started to, experience things and travel with him a little bit, he would be like, hey, we would do this back in the day and have these kind of experiences. But then, we sell 500,000 copies, but we only make $10,000 or $20,000. He's like, nephew, you got to be up on your business. Otherwise, you're going to be chasing it. You got all this fame, everybody know you, but you don't have the money. You're going to be trying to catch up for the rest of your life.
All right. Now, you know what? He gave you some very, very wise words, because as I look at a lot of the documentaries that are coming out on a lot of artists, from our past, like I just watched one on Teddy Pendergrass, and, man, a lot of people who weren't up on their business were basically could have been making more money on the job, and they was making entertaining people because someone else was getting all the rewards.
Oh, yeah. Again, I mean, like I said, one of the biggest lessons he told me, and I've seen from other people having situations, is like, if you don't know the business, somebody, it's not, a lot of times black artists will blame white people. No, there are black people in the business, management, agents, or even black people at labels who will abuse you because you don't want to take the time to learn the business part. You just want to party, do drugs, be with the women, be in the limelight, and you don't want to take time to learn business.
Yep, you're so
And
right.
that's a no-no because it's show business. After the show, we got to take care of business.
You're so right. You're so right. So look, before we conclude this interview, let's talk about some of the projects you put in the marketplace. Your first project was a mixtape called "In My Feelings," correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about it and how it was received.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what? Let me rewind it a little bit. The first release I had, I dropped the EP called Ronnie Bell. Four song EP I dropped in like 2012. It was just something that I had been working on so much music for so many years. I hooked up with a guy. He since passed away, an older guy, Mr. Marvin Smith out of Chicago. You know, he kind of put me on game and showed me some of the business side and, you know, encouraged me. He further encouraged me on learning how to put out my own music and kind of took his time and taught me. You know, he had hits back in the 70s with Motown and some other people, and he would just school me on the game and show me that, hey, man, you don't need a label. You know, for years before that, I kept trying to get with a label, trying to get with a local label, and then try to get to a major label. So, man, you don't need a label. You just need a buzz.
Okay. All right. So
And then,
after that, what was next?
And then, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, after that release, what was next? I want to bring people up to speed.
Then In My Feelings. In My Feelings, man, was supposed to be, you know, as Cotton Candy was starting to really bubble and get me some notoriety. My guy Teddy P out of Atlanta. He's from Louisiana. He went to Southern University with me. But he had since moved to Atlanta. He had started working with some movers and shakers. I think he did some stuff with Gucci Mane, Shorty Low, Jazzy Faye. He worked on a project with Andre Harrell. He had a video on 106 and Park back then. You know, my guy was killing it, and he was just like, you know, I hooked up with him, and I was just like, man, Teddy, man, I got this Cotton Candy thing, and it's starting to bubble. But I really want to put something out there where people could feel me, people our age, you know, in our 20s at the time, like people at our age can feel. And I want to just do some of the popular, you know, do something to the popular music of the day. And it was like, cool, whatever was hot from the previous year to then, we just grabbed something. And it was originally supposed to be a collaboration with all the different rappers that I had befriended and hooked up with, you know, all the years coming up. But, you know, like most people, everybody say they got your back. Everybody say, oh, man, you know, man, come on, man, you need a verse, I got you. But when it was time for them to do their verses, nobody was
90 seconds.
Cool. We gonna do the jacking for beats thing. You know, we just gonna remix other people's stuff and jump on it with them.
All right. And after that, what we have?
After that, man, I dropped a few more Southern Soul singles. I had Confessing My Love Pains, Can I Get Some? And then around 2015, I dropped, about 2016, 2017, I dropped Bad By Myself EP. That was about 6 all original songs, some more R&B. Again, you know, my name was starting to bubble up in the Southern Soul, but I don't want to be pigeonholed. So when people search for me online, I want them to hear more than just the Southern Soul. I want them to hear me singing, you know, some R&B with more of an up-to-date flavor. And then after that, dropped a Christmas single. I did Santa Claus Is Coming to Town. And then from there, I dropped a song called I'll Pay the Shipping Costs for Another Southern Soul.
10 seconds.
Cotton Candy had laid the groundwork so well. The other 2 songs did well, but when I did I'll Pay the Shipping Costs, man, it went to the moon. Like overnight, it felt like people was calling me in places I had never seen or heard. I think I was literally in Alabama so much. I probably did a show in almost every corner of Alabama in the year 2017. was crazy.
That's definitely what's up. So that brings us up to the record we're going to conclude the interview with, Shipping Costs. Tell us a little bit about the Shipping Costs record, the concept behind it, and how it came about.
Oh yeah, shipping costs was crazy in the fact that after we did Cotton Candy, my man Frost, we got in the studio, we had some time, and we just started recording a bunch of songs. And he recorded in such a strange way. I was so used to formatted songs in R&B form. Verse, chorus, bridge, or whatever, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, the standard ways of doing songs according to, R&B or gospel or rap. But with the Southern Soul thing, man, it would be a lot of verse, chorus, chant, chorus. So again, like, I'll Pay the Shipping Costs was one of those songs I had recorded years before, and I just didn't hear it for a long time. Again, he had told me about the songs. Said, man, I got this concept. It's cool. He laid it out to me that, that basically a man, we write it from a male point of view, man and woman point of view, and basically a woman's with a man, and the man is keeping her down. Everything about him is really holding her back from for living her best life, from succeeding in life. We basically letting ladies know that you're sleeping with the enemy. You're committing your life to your own worst enemy. You have this anchor on your life. And basically saying that somebody like Ronnie Bell or somebody like Ronnie Bell would be very happy to come in and help ship that person on about your life. And whatever cost there is incurred to free you up to come over here, I'll pay the shipping costs.
All right. So look, how can people, if they want to purchase the record, download the record, and how can people keep up with Ronnie Bell? Because our time is about up, and I definitely want to end the show with the song.
Oh, okay, cool. If you want to keep up with Ronnie Bell, check out realentgroup.com, REELENTGROUP.com. Shipping costs available online everywhere. Apple Music, Google Play, Rhapsody, Amazon Music, Spotify, you name it. If you can't find it there, come to realentgroup.com or RonnieBell.com. You can find it. If you want that song, just type in Ronnie Bell, I'll Pay the Shipping Costs, and you'll find it.
All right, will there be a video coming up anytime soon?
Not anytime soon, because what we're working on now is the release of the album Ronnie Bell 365. We got the 365 tour coming later on in the year, but the week of Mother's Day, I'm going to release the album Ronnie Bell 365. That means you can listen to Ronnie Bell 365 days a year. So basically, I want it all year round. You can listen to Ronnie Bell. That's the whole concept of the album.
All right. Now, before I get you to introduce the record, you're going to be in Atlanta in April. Let the people know where you're going to be at in Atlanta, because you're going to be in Atlanta April the 16th, correct?
April 13th.
All right.
We will be in Atlanta for the Blues All Right tour, April 13th. Look, I want everybody in the city to come on out. We're going to have a great time. I think my man Tucker is on that show. I think Sir Charles Jones, I think, is on that show also. We're gonna have a great time.
Where's that show gonna be? Where's it gonna take place?
I am not 100% sure.
All right,
Oh man,
I'll get the
info. Got me right there.
I'll get
The arena is leaving my mind right now.
It's all good. I'll get the information and I'll post it on this interview for people who want to check it out. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So do me a favor. Close us out and introduce this record for me.
Fox Theater. I just got it. It'll be at the Fox Theater, April 13th. Again, I want to introduce to some or reintroduce to others Ronnie Bell's hot single, I'll Pay the Shipping Costs, the Southern Soul Smash.
Appreciate it, my guy.
Oh, man, appreciate you again. April 13th, Fox Theater. Come see your boy Ronnie Bell, Calvin Richardson, Big Pokey Bear, Sir Charles Jones, and Tucker at the Fox Theater, April 13th.
All right. One time for my man, Mr. Ronnie Bell. It's your boy, Vic XL. It's the Ridin Durty Show. I see y'all in the morning as Ridin Durty Radio presents The Duel.